Tonight, we deliver our memo to Parliament and the overall leadership of the country. We are witnessing some absurd, unacceptable and disconcerting statements from people who hold office in public trust, people who should embody integrity. The majority party whip in the National Assembly, Silvanus Osoro, while addressing a crowd that was not so welcoming to him in Bomet County, sought to calm them down, and specifically through promising them money, bragging that he is rich. He went on to claim that he is the chief whip and MPs are under him, and when they want to travel, they have to pass by his office, give him his share, presumably of their travel allowances, as insinuated, then head out for their travels. Now this, to all clear-minded individuals, was a confession to bribery and illegitimate soliciting. Osoro's public confessions are an affront to the laws of the land and the integrity of the office he holds. They are in total disregard of Chapter 10 of the Kenyan Constitution on national values and principles of governance, as well as Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity. These public utterances, in addition to the ones the very same leader uttered months ago when he intimated to bribing opposition MPs to skip Parliament during the Finance Bill vote, ridicule the tenets of parliamentary decorum and put the institution of Parliament to disrepute. These comments by an individual who has been allowed to continue serving in the top echelons of the House point to a leadership whose integrity and credibility is tunneling to a disconcerting low. An I don't care attitude, the mtadu way of operating, is being turned into a point of celebration, yet it is anything but that. It risks setting a precedent of mainstreaming many ills and making them acceptable and the subject of emulation. So again, using Silvanus Osoro, who here is a good example of a bad example, the question is whether his conduct can be allowed to continue unabated or called to order. Good to note is that he sits in the House Business Committee. So another question is, will this matter find its way to the House and the Powers and Privileges Committee chaired by the Speaker? The Powers and Privileges Committee can act in its own motion and summon him to substantiate the allegations, especially touching on the integrity of his colleagues. Will any member rise to the occasion and raise the issue on the floor of the House, thereby initiating an opportunity for the committee to act? Is the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission still silent amid such a loud indiscretion? Or, to be fair, is it gathering its facts, and will it come to the rescue of a Kenya grounded in ethics and integrity? Well, we sure hope so, because such one-off incidents which go untamed, then repeated, are the ones that place the neck of an ethical Kenya on the path of the guillotine blade. Will the communication to Kenyans be that there is some level of immunity to his actions, and more contextually, because he represents the government of the day? Will this be another case of accusations thrown at the media and political detractors? Will it be another instance when spin-in what was allegedly meant based on semantics will carry the day and ultimately insult the collective intelligence of the people of Kenya? These issues must not go unaddressed in the name of it's just politics. No, not in a country that is battling serious moral rot and a deficiency of role models, especially when leaders who are meant to be among the de facto fillers of that space are toxifying it with impunity and shameless immorality, and thereby feeding the monster that is a culture of evil. Mr. President, this is a man who you appointed to office and is serving under your leadership. One who is painting a misrepresentation of the things the Kenya we want look like. Will you stay silent and just let this slide? While it could be sliding generations looking up to you and other leaders into an abyss of immorality. Is this the kind of Kenya that you desire to lead? And this is beyond the one legislator. Many questions, many concerns, and hopefully not just many but significant responses for the good of Kenyans. That is the memo.